Hey everybody, I'm here today with an easy driving test tip that will help you be more likely to pass the test. The tip is to not cross solid lines. Don't cross solid lines on the road. Now let me explain this briefly and then I'll go into more detail. So there are many road markings on the road. There are all sorts of lines and all sorts of colors. Now generally speaking, and I'm speaking generally because depending on where you live this might be different, but most places follow this general rule. There are going to be solid lines on the road that signify your inability to cross over them because it's unsafe and also most likely illegal to do so. Now those solid lines may be yellow, they may be white, or they may be a wide variety of other colors depending on where the line is and where you live and what purpose it serves. Generally speaking, a yellow solid line in the middle of the road indicates a difference in the direction of traffic. So if there's a yellow solid line, it's telling you that you should not cross that solid line because if you cross that solid line, that is the oncoming traffic lane. Now a white solid line, on the other hand, most likely symbolizes an inability to cross the line, but it's still the same direction. So like a white solid line, if I'm here, there's a white solid line over here, it means that I shouldn't cross that line, but on the other side of that line, you know, there's still going to be traffic going in my direction. But sometimes they put these solid lines on curves in the road or in unsafe situations where you should not be switching lanes. Now, depending on where you live, if you cross a solid line on the road, it can actually result in an instant fail. Okay, it might only result in you losing points depending on where you live, but it might result in an instant fail. Now, solid lines don't only hold significance when you're switching lanes, they also hold significance when you're turning. So sometimes you're going to be turning from a main road, and I want you to picture this, you're turning from a main road onto a side street. And you'll see that there's a solid line and you want to turn onto that side street. You'll notice that there will most likely be a break in the solidness of the line. Okay, the solidarity of the line, I guess. I'm not sure how to say that, but there will be a break in this solid line. That break will usually indicate where you should be turning. Now there are other situations, like if you're turning into a parking lot from a main road, maybe it's still a solid line and that would most likely be an exception to the rule. But generally speaking, if you're on a main road and there's a solid line, like a solid yellow line, and you want to turn onto a side street, whenever there's a side street, there will usually be a break in the line that will signify your ability to turn onto that side street. So just to make it simple, if you see a solid line on the road, don't cross that solid line. And if you want some bonus points, if by any chance your driving test examiner asks you to switch lanes over a solid line or to turn over a solid line, then just make sure, don't say no because you don't want to do that, but you want to make sure, you want to say to them, you know, no, I have no problem doing it, but there is a solid line. I just want to make sure that you want me to switch lanes or turn and cross over that solid line. Because they might be asking you to do it and in reality they want to see if you're going to notice that you're crossing over a solid line. Or they might not notice, or they might intend for you to cross over that solid line for one reason or another. I can't read their minds and I can't speak for everyone. I'm just talking about generalizing here, but that's my driving test tip for this video. Don't cross solid lines on the road. And that's it. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.